But yeah, this was a pretty decent game for Dallas. Offensively, they were horrific. Obviously, they scored a lot in garbage time. Like the entire fourth quarter was garbage time. Like the Dallas Wings had scored. Oh no, they scored 26 in the fourth. But like Paige Bueckers had 7 points going to the fourth. Like she had Paige Bueckers, they were up 20 and Paige Bueckers had 5 points. Like she had 5 points for a decent chunk of that game. This is the fakest 18-7 game I've ever seen from Paige. But I gotta respect Jose Fernandez. Like, and you know what? I kind of respect Paige Bueckers as well. Because, like, I understand being like, in the Stan Wars. I understand in the Stan Wars why people are going to be like, oh, this game doesn't really matter because it's stat padded. Who cares? Like, at this stage, I actually don't give a flying fuck if it's stat padded. Was it stat padded? Hell yeah. Who cares? And genuinely, who cares? Because the problem is that there are fans in the gym. Paige Bueckers did nothing through three quarters. She did nothing. I'm going to be real here. Paige did nothing of note through three quarters. She was there. She was running cardio. She didn't fuck up ever. And she was a good connective passer. She was a really good connective passer today. She played good defense, really good defense in Sonia Citron. Paige is by 100 miles the best defensive game Paige Bueckers has played this year. She was a really solid player. But the likes of Arike and Jess Shepard and Segrist and Awak were doing really well. So she was fine. There were only 6,000 people in attendance. Holy shit. Am I right in saying this has like 10,000? Am I wrong? Am I wrong with that? Oh no. There was 800 missing. So there was 800. It was a little bit less than the last game they played. Oh no. That's a sellout. Is that a sellout? It's 7K. I think that might be a sellout. Because 6,251 is the same. It's the same as their last home game. I think that might be a sellout. I could be wrong. Is it a sellout? Yeah, it's probably a sellout. Yeah, it's not bad. Probably a sellout. And look, the reason why I don't really care that she stat padded is I think she had an alright game. Like when you go and when you win a game by 20 and you have been there are zero flaws to your game other than, I'm going to be real here, probably just didn't shoot the ball enough early. Probably didn't shoot it enough early. So, like, at the same time, that's the only real flaw you have is that, oh yeah, she didn't shoot enough. And that's always going to be a flaw with Paige Bueckers. But at the same time, you have to be very real here. There are fans. There is a full house. And they are here to watch Paige Bueckers play. And yes, Paige Bueckers did nothing through three quarters. But Paige Bueckers in the fourth, with 5 seconds to go in the third quarter, Paige Bueckers has 11 points, 4 assists, hits a couple of fadeaway threes, throws some crazy passes, hits some tough shots, and makes it a show for the fans. She makes it a show for the fans. The fans want to be there. They're happy. They saw Paige Bueckers cook. They're going to want to come back again. The Indiana Fever have gone from 17,000 to 15,000 to 14,000. The Indiana Fever is the cheapest get-in price in the league. There are other teams that have 17,000 seater stadiums. None of them are as cheap to get in as the Indiana Fever. The Indiana Fever are probably going to end the season not top 3 in attendance. Maybe maybe they might get third. Maybe they might get third in attendance. But like, basketball is entertainment at the end of the day. And yes, when we talk about this in the Stan Wars, it's going to be about, oh, Paige Bueckers had the fakest 18 points, which she did. It's the fakest 18-point game I've ever seen. Like, but at least the fans got their money's worth. Caitlin Clark looked really, really good. And, like, I've heard from a lot of people at the game, by the way. I've heard from a lot of people at the game that the second Caitlin Clark got pulled to start the fourth quarter, fans just started, like, pouring out. Fans just started leaving. Fans just started going. And this is already in a situation where you are down 3,000 fans from game one. You have, like, Caitlin Clark has played, if I'm not mistaken, she's played 29 home games. There were more empty seats in her last two combined than her first 27 combined. You have to be real here. You have to be real. Nobody cares about if a game is stat padded. People care about being in the gym for Caitlin Clark's triple-double. People don't care. Like, I've been to games, especially as a kid, where players have stayed in a game and got a pointless 40 points. When I was a kid, Paul Pierce. It was a Pierce game against the New York Knicks. The Celtics killed the Knicks, and Pierce ended the game with 40. Paul Pierce was my favorite player because I saw him score 40 points. As an adult, I'm like, well, he stayed in a game that was meaningless because he just wanted to score 40. But I didn't care. We saw what Bam did. Like, that is literally the case. And I don't know if it's Stephanie White thing. I don't know what it is. And for people being like, oh, Caitlin, need the rest. Okay, cool. Caitlin, play 3 more minutes. We will sub you out for the last 5. And in these 3 minutes, Caitlin, we want you to shoot 4 logo threes. This game's over. Shoot 4 logo threes in the next 3 minutes. If it's deemed enough garbage time to take her out of the game entirely, then it is enough garbage time that you can say, spend the next 2.5 minutes trying to do something that these fans will remember, and then we'll take you off. Because if she goes and shoots 3 crazy logo threes free, meaningless logo threes, and makes 2 of them, the fans go crazy. The Caitlin Clark show, it's on. It's like, oh, look at this Caitlin Clark highlight tapes goes viral. But no. It's possible she has to be pulled a bit aside and that she should play from that. She should be played if healthy. She wants to be pulled. To be honest, if they're going to pull everybody, I would say if she wants to get pulled, I would have said if I was Steph White, go shoot for a few more threes. Because, let's be real, this team is not entertaining enough without Caitlin Clark. They're here for Caitlin Clark. This isn't like Steph Curry and the Warriors. The Indiana Fever are complete and utter dog shit. They're terrible. They're not going to win many games this year. Like, I don't think people understand they're not going to win many games this year. So in the games that you do win, you fucking better make the fans want it to be worth it. Because I'm going to be real here. Paige Bueckers stat padded, I don't care. Everyone stat pads. If you look at Angel Wilson's numbers versus good teams and bad teams, like Angel Wilson versus good teams this year, they have played 2 good teams this year. They have played they've played Phoenix, and they've played Atlanta. Angel Wilson's averaging 20. She's averaging 30 against garbage teams. Even in her unanimous MVP year, Angel Wilson against playoff teams averaged like 21 points. She averaged 34 versus non-playoff teams. Everybody stat pads in this league. So I don't care. Is this shameless stat padding by Paige? Hell yeah. I don't give a fuck. People don't remember that. Like, it's not Angel Reese level of stat padding where other opposing teams were intentionally fouling her to put her on the line. It's not that egregious. Steph White would take the show out of Showtime Lakers. You know it. The reason why the Indiana Fever were must-watch TV was because of the show. The show is gone. And they don't seem to care. They care more about going from the 13th best defensive team to the 12th best defensive team while signing no defenders than they care about like making their fans care. And that's the one thing I'll give credit where Jose Fernandez is. Because the fans are here to see Paige Bueckers. And the fans saw Paige Bueckers shooting fadeaway threes. Shooting fadeaway threes and hitting crazy shots down the fourth. Because Paige did nothing through three quarters. She didn't even try to do anything. She just fit in, and that was what was needed. She did what was needed to do to win the game, for her team to win the game. And in the fourth quarter, she got the crowd involved. The crowd was going crazy. But, like, I'm sorry. Caitlin Clark did what was needed for her team to win, and then got pulled. Paige Bueckers could have been pulled for the entire fourth quarter, and they win that game by 20 points. But no. If Paige gets pulled in that fourth quarter, there were a lot of fans that saw Paige Bueckers do nothing for an entire game. And might have been, a bit disappointed. Not one Paige Bueckers fan left that game disappointed. Because of what Paige Bueckers did in garbage time. Because, especially if you're a kid or if you're a fan at these games, you remember, if it's close games, you remember moments. You don't remember whether or not your player stat padded in garbage time. You don't. Like, you remember moments and making sure your player never gets into rhythm because you want to do stuff and, arguing with players on defense on the sideline when they weren't at fault. Like, it's just not it. It's just not it. Like, I don't like it. I don't like it. And I'm not saying Caitlin should have played till she got a triple-double. I'm not saying Caitlin should have played the rest of the game. I'm saying it's garbage time. Give Caitlin a few garbage time possessions to go and shoot 3 30-footers. Like, just do something. Like, it's ridiculous. I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you guys.